Hey guys, Scrubnoob here. So a lot of people have been requesting a Rengar runes and build guide for the new split. So I thought I'd share some of the runes and builds that I've been running. So let's get into it. So the new split brought about a few changes. They changed First Strike. They also removed Futures Market and replaced it with Triple Tonic. And they also removed the Tenacity rune from Conqueror, the precision tree, and they replaced it with Ability Haste for your basic abilities. And then actually the most important change is the Domination tree, which they reworked Sudden Impact, and it no longer gives lethality. So Rengar lost a lot of damage in that department, but I think we'll be doing just fine. So the first rune page and the rune page that I run in most of my games is I take Conqueror, and I go Triumph. You can also try Absorb Life. I personally haven't tried it, but there's probably just trade-offs, you know. Triumph gives you health and gold when you kill someone, whereas Absorb Life is just consistent gold or health. So that might make you healthier when you clear or you're in a side lane, stuff like that. You can take either or. And then I actually like the ability haste more than the attack speed. Rengar utilizes his ability cooldowns really effectively, but I guess you could go Alacrity if you really want to. And then they also reworked Cutdown. It deals 8% more damage to champions who have more than 60% health. You're going to be taking this more often than Coup, because basically you're going to end up getting more value from Cutdown, because let's say someone has 61% life, and you hit them with, you know, your Q or your E, for example. The bonus damage will go past the 60% health checkpoint, whereas Q will just help you secure kills below 40% HP. So you're going to end up getting a little more value from Cutdown when you're trying to nuke someone from full HP, but Q will still be good for like securing kills and stuff like that. Another thing to consider is your team comp. So like if your champions are poke heavy, you're probably not going to get a lot of value from Cutdown, since they're going to be, you know, chunked a little bit, whereas Q in that situation will help you secure those kills. And secondary, I've been running Zombie Ward with Ultimate Hunter. The reason for that is I started running Umbral Glaive pretty recently. I started not really liking having to rely on snowballing with Hubris and high elo. I guess it's kind of like a high elo specific thing where vision control and utilizing vision is really important. But I just got really comfortable with Umbral, with Zombie Ward. I get a lot of value consistently with it. If you want to continue going Hubris, you just go Eyeball Collection instead. Go Hubris, works just fine. Ultimate Hunter is my favorite rune in this tree. You can go Relentless. I'm not really a fan of Treasure, but I like the ultimate ability haste. And then you go attack speed AD, and then either health or scaling health. Most of the time you're going to go scaling health, but if the enemy team is like hyper aggressive early game, like they have, I don't know, Nidalee or Shaco, these champions tend to like to invade you level 2. You can go the flat early game health, but yeah, most of the time you're gonna go scaling. So that's for my, I would say like my most used rune page. It's kind of good in almost every scenario. The other rune page that I've been running is First Strike. So what they did with First Strike is they basically nerfed the amount of gold that you get from doing bonus damage, but they increased the amount of gold baseline that you get. So now you get 15 gold, and I think it's instead of like 5 or 10 or something. And you also do more damage with First Strike. It says 1%, but I think it's even more than that. I don't know how the math works, but I've been noticing I've been doing way more damage since last patch with it. They also added a rune called Cash Back. It gives you 6% gold back when you purchase legendary items. I've actually been getting a lot of value from this in my games. You can still go free boots if you want. I mean, this is just free boots. It is what it is. It's pretty good. But this rune will give you a lot of value as the game goes on and you buy more and more items. Triple Tonic. This rune is actually pretty interesting. So you gain an Elixir of Avarice, which is basically an elixir. You use it, and for the next, I think it's like 30 seconds or a minute, you do bonus damage to minions, but it's only like lane minions, it's not monsters. But when the elixir expires, you get 40 gold. So it's pretty useful. The level 6 one is actually pretty nice, the Elixir of Force, because when you use it, I think you get like 20 adaptive force for a minute or something. So it's really good for securing kills whenever you unlock your ultimate. And then at level 9, you get a free skill point. So Triple Tonic is pretty fun to use. It's pretty nice to pop the adaptive force and then secure kills. And then in the third tree, Cosmic Insight is your go-to. I don't think we're going to get a lot of value with Jack of all trades. We don't really build that many stats, but Cosmic Insight is pretty consistent. And then secondary, I go Zombie Ward with Ultimate Hunter for the same reasons as I explained before. Electrocute. This rune was sometimes used against comps that, like if I didn't want to take Conqueror, and I wanted to go full glass cannon assassin, and they had champions that like could pop my first strike, like Maokai saplings or Nidalee traps or tea mushrooms or stuff like that. I would go electrocute instead because it's just more reliable. But the thing is, this rune kind of indirectly got nerfed because sudden impact got way weaker. So I'm probably not going to be running electrocute for the foreseeable future. Fleet, on the other hand, this rune has pretty niche uses. It's good against ranged comps that have CC abilities or abilities that you need to dodge. So like, let me give you an example, like Nidalee jungle, where you can chase her down, dodge spears, stay healthy, and they have like, I don't know, Vayne Nami, you know, like if Vayne tumbles, you need to follow her, or if Nami throws a bubble, you need to dodge it, stuff like this. Overall, it's a really solid rune. I sometimes take it. It's definitely not like a dead rune or anything. They also reworked PTA. Not really sure how they reworked it, but basically when you hit an enemy 3 times with your basic attack, you're going to do bonus damage, and then you're going to amplify your damage dealt by 8% until you leave combat. A lot of people have been asking me if this is good. I think it's horrible because you need to hit 3 basic attacks. And so like if you jump on someone and you try and go for like your one-shot combo or whatever, it's not gonna proc. You need to hit them with 3 basic attacks, and then you're gonna start doing your amplified damage. So it's not gonna be useful in a lot of situations that you're gonna find yourself in. That's why I like Conqueror, because it's like you jump in, you instantly get your 12 stacks of Conqueror, and then you're chilling, you know? Anyways, that's it for the runes. I guess we can skip over to the builds. Let me hop over into training. Hey guys, before we get into the build section, I want to talk about my sponsor, HelloFresh. HelloFresh recently gave me a code to share with you guys that will help you save a lot of money if you order food through their site. It will also help me a lot each time one of you orders, so thank you so much for anyone that checks it out. HelloFresh is a site that delivers meal kits to you, and you can choose which meals to have every week, and there's a lot of variety to choose from based on what you want to eat. I've been sponsored by HelloFresh before, and I've eaten a lot of their recipes and even done a few cooking streams. It's actually really useful if you hate going grocery shopping, or you just want to have good meals delivered to you and have easy to follow recipes that even tell you how long it'll take to cook. If you use my code to sign up, you'll get up to 10 free meals and a lifetime free dessert for as long as your sub is active. So this is something I really want to vouch for and hope you guys try at least once. And if you like it, you can continue your sub. And if you don't like it, you can always cancel. So thanks for listening and enjoy the video. All right, so for the build, you're going to want to go Blue Smite. And I like to buy a potion. It doesn't really delay your first item power spike by much. And that's because they removed Futures Market. So it's not like you're going to be wanting to perfectly buy Dirk or anything anymore. A potion could be game changing if you get invaded or you're looking to invade, or if there's like an early game skirmish. So that's why I buy it, but you don't have to. Sometimes I don't buy it if I'm against like a power farming jungler like Zac or something, and they have like stronger early levels or something, so I know I'm not going to be fighting, but almost always I buy a potion. First item, I like to go Umbral Glaive because it's an extremely cheap item. It's got great stats. Being able to play around vision and deny vision is extremely useful in high elo specifically. If you don't want to go Umbral Glaive, you can just go Hubris instead. Nothing changed with this item. It's still great for snowballing. But for me personally in high elo, I go Umbral Glaive. Second item is always going to be Profane Hydra. This is your bread and butter. You want to build Tiamat first. Third item is where stuff starts getting situational. If they have a lot of armor, you go Lord Dominic's. This item got buffed. If they don't have a lot of armor and you think you can afford it, you can start building towards Infinity Edge, which also got buffed. And Infinity Edge would just be like your bread and butter. I need more damage. You could also go Collector third. It's going to be doing less damage than Infinity Edge, but it's a little cheaper and the build path is a little nicer with Dirk. So I guess it just depends on like how much gold you have. But yeah, let's say you go like Infinity Edge third. You're probably going to go Lord Dominic's fourth, because at this point in the game, people are going to probably start having armor. So where's Lord Dom? You're going to go Lord Dominic's. And then fifth item, you can just go like Collector or whatever you need. You can do situational items like Edge of Night, stuff like that. And then your last item gonna be, I forgot, boots. Lucidity boots. I guess it's like the crit Rengar build. Crit is back, I guess you could say, but it's kind of like lethality into crit. You can still go lethality items. Nothing changed. They're not weaker or anything. If you want to do that, you would just do this. And then third item would probably be opportunity most games. You can do Edge of Night. You can do Serpent's Fang. You can do Axiomark. Sometimes if I'm like really snowballing, I'll do Umbral into Tiamat into Axiomark. But you have to be like really rich and you have to just like straight up afford Axiomarks most of the time. I don't think Grudge is ever worth building just because Lord Dominic's is giving 40% armor pen. Like even look at this, we're building mainly lethality items and it's only 31% armor pen. But it does give 15 lethality, which is nice. But the crit is going to be pretty valuable at that point. You'd probably not build Ghostblade, you'd probably just go Infinity Edge, so I guess you're always going to be trying to fit some crit into your build, just because crit is so strong. They recently buffed Armor Pen by 5%. Armor Pen, they buffed crit items with a crit chance by 5%. I think Infinity Edge, I don't know if it got more ED, it seems quite a lot, but yeah, you're just gonna be building a lot of these items, but yeah. So yeah, that's it for the build. Hope you guys hope it helped, and good luck in your games. Skarner could run straight to my bonside. I doubt it. I have to like play, I can't really invade because I mean they could easily stop me, but I think Skarner's in my top side. It's not worth me gambling invading. If my top side's gone, it's like whatever. Oh well. Yeah, he's up here. I'm gonna run straight to bot side now. Okay, there's Skarner. gonna cancel my oh wow, this Ashe player. Just Conjure, I don't know if we win. Why did I delay my Q there? Because if Ashe ults, I can't cleanse. So I'm better to just stay on top of her and auto-attack her to death until she's low enough for my Q to Q. Kill her. But I miscalculated. She lived with like 1 bar of HP. I'm looking for Brand here. But my dodge jets. This Brand is 1 HP, man. I think he lived because I misclicked on the Ashe. We should try and do something on Herald, but my bot lane is like running away from nothing. I have to be the one to engage. I mean, I can't kite this. We might be able to win the game if they mess up here. I don't know where Aatrox is though. That's the problem. Okay, we can end the game. I literally can end the game right here. They're just gonna defend. They're gonna give Drake. Brand should die. No way.